I'm gonna just give y'all some mystery. It's like, wait. You think I'm pretty? Hello, welcome back. You look beautiful. I'm Kalilah and this is Keeping Up with Kalilah. Now, we don't usually do hair tutorials on this channel, but that's honestly how I got my introduction to YouTube, watching wonderful hair tutorials. And with everything going on in the world with police brutality against Black people and the revolution that's going on, I decided to go back to my comfy YouTube roots and actually do a hairstyle. And I thought, well, maybe I should show you guys how I do it. Maybe y'all might learn something or like something with my way of doing it. So we have the distressed faux lock bob look. I'm very happy with how it came out. So if you would also love to know how it came out, please stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for the algorithm, and keep your head up, okay? Because we need to make sure that our cups are full in order to be able to pour out into others. So take care of yourself because it is a lot going on right now. But guess what? It's summer. It's summer. And I got a new hairstyle, so hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I have two more of these distressed faux locks left, and what I do is, this is being done on semi-stretched hair. I had it in a braid out, and then I just put it back in a bun so it's stretched out. I cleaned it right before the braid out, and what I'm putting on is a cream, a moisturizing cream. What I like to use is Talia Waheed. I just love her stuff. It's Black owned, and it is affordable, and it does my hair really, really well. So I'm concentrating on the ends, Okay, so I had to get on the voice note because I needed to make sure I said everything. I didn't use a lot of product on the front of my hair because it's very loose. It's looser than the back. So I just put some jam. You can use Shining Jam, regular jam, or maybe a Black owned jam. Balaam. This is a piece of a twist that I have had from my hair in my closet. I have a lot of hair, and the twist that I found was the perfect size that I wanted the lock. So I just decided to use that as the extension that I wrapped the hair around. You can see how much hair that I used below. And I'm twisting that all the way down. I'm showing you that the back locks that I have is very short. That's what creates the bob look. So you want the back to be short, and you want the front to be longer. And I'm using free tress water wave hair, and I cut it in half, and I use one of the pieces, and I separate the piece so that it is able to be wrapped, but make sure you don't separate it too much because then it will create kind of a straight kind of look, and you want the curls still in there to create that distressed look. That's what gives the texture of the lock. So I'm crocheting it underneath, just one part, and I'm gonna show you that it's there underneath. And I begin wrapping the root. Excuse me. With the root being wrapped with these types of locks, it's not as important that the hair is covered underneath, at least for me, because I'm using the same color. My hair is black and I'm using black hair underneath, so it doesn't matter, at least for the first wrapping. It doesn't matter as much to me that it's covered. What I'm really focusing on is creating texture on the lock so that when I wrap another piece around it, it
matches kind of a funky design on each lock. So I'm just wrapping it all the way down, showing you. I use my pointer finger to wrap it and hold it tight onto the lock, and then I'm using my other hand to make sure that I'm detangling it as I go along. Again, the detangling is not too, it's not too important. What I usually try to detangle is just the ends. I don't want to stretch out the hair too much because you don't want that straight look. You want some texture. So we're just gonna keep on wrapping, sis. Wrap all the way down. As far as she'll go, this water wave piece all the way down, as you can see. And I'm about to be finished. And we just wrap that end. The end is not blunt, so it allows for it to be wrapped without securing it, especially since we're going to wrap the next piece coming from the bottom. So I'm showing you that all of the hair is not covered yet, as you can see, and that we're going to fix that by wrapping upward. So it's wrapped. Soon I'm about to grab another piece of the hair. I think for this I had to open another pack. So you'll see me open the pack and cut it and separate it shortly. But I'm so proud of myself. I personally took a while doing this because I took breaks and I was very indecisive with my parting, and but now I think it'll take a lot less time for me. I came back and I did 2 days, probably like 7 hours each. But I personally think it's worth it, and these locks get better with time. So I really enjoy the look, and I plan on keeping it for a while. So we're cutting the hair right now, or opening the package actually. And as you can see, this is the packet. I'm just taking one of the pieces off, and sometimes I get tangled, but just pulling on off. Put that down, and then we're just gonna cut it. We're gonna find the middle. A way to find the middle is if you grab both of the ends and then pull, and then the curl kind of gets back intact. So then you put the bottoms together, and then you flip it to find where the half is, and then we cut. And those are the pieces that I've been working with, as many as I want, but I'm using halves of the water wave pieces. And this second one, we're going to separate it even less than we did the first one. We're going to separate it even less. So I'm just going to kind of go over it a little bit, but then as you'll see when I'm wrapping, it almost looks like it's still intact. So the way I like my ends is I like my ends to be bigger than the top part of it. So I'm folding it to create that blunt end, and I'm going to start from the bottom. Now we're here, and I'm going to wrap upward. So I'm holding it tight, and I'm just going to wrap until it's secure. Wrap until it's secure, and then we're going to go upward. Uh-oh. Come on, KB. Get it together. This is my first hair tutorial, y'all. I'm proud of myself. I did that. I got a lot to learn. So just, if y'all have a little critique on things, let me know. It's a lot different doing it and showing people. But you see how the hair is still kind of intact? Because we want that, what again? Distressed look, honey. Give me that distressed. So we're wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And I'm showing y'all that it doesn't have to be right next to the other piece of hair, because I want it to look non-uniformed. So we're just gonna wrap it up, and you can see that this one is a lot faster because the hair is kind of still together. And so that means there is less detangling of the hair, and we're just wrapping all the way upward, as far up as we can go. And then once you find you have a little bit of hair left, enough hair to make a knot, I just separate the hair and knot it around the lock. So I'm showing you, I'm making the knot. I'm pulling the knot tight, as you can see. I'm doing another wrap around and another knot. Now, if I'm being honest, the ends of each lock appear at different places on the twist. So it's not always in the middle. Sometimes it ends at the end, sometimes it ends at the top. I like the non-uniformity of it because I think that, again, creates the wet, distressed texture. So we're wrapping the ends around even more. And then we're just gonna put it in between our hands and hand roll it to give it some sense of uniformity. And that's the log. That's how I did them all. That's it right there. These are not heavy. I don't know if it's just because they're bobs, because it's less hair, because it's a bob and everybody usually gives a long hair down your back, or if it's just because of the type of hair that I use. But each twist has 2 pieces of the hair on it. I think except for maybe my bottom row in the back, I only needed 1.5 of the pieces that I used. So I'm just showing y'all again. In fast forward terms, attaching the hair, I'm twisting it, braiding it until I can't braid it anymore because my hair is the 3rd piece of hair. And then after I can't braid, I begin to twist. Twist it all the way down to the end. Yup. Make sure that my baby hairs is good. Separate that piece. And now we're crocheting it, making sure it's separate, making sure it's wrapped around, and then we begin wrapping it around the twist, making sure it's a little bit separated so that it can cover more surface area. And we're wrapping, like a wrapper. Hey, and we're wrapping. Now, as you can see, I didn't focus too much on neat parting. I didn't want to. It's also a little more, it's more difficult for me to part neat small on my head. So instead of me getting caught up with that and getting discouraged, I decided to not care about the parts. And I actually enjoy the way it looks. I realize I don't need neat parts. So I think I'll be encouraged to do a lot more styles now that I realize that neat parts are not that necessary. Because if your hair is laid, it's laid, honey, regardless of how it's parted. Hello? Good night. Okay, as you can see, we're twisting up. You can see what's going on. I added another piece to the bottom and I twisted that up and all the way back to the top. I'm knotting it right now, knotting it again, and then twisting it around itself. And then I'm gonna secure my hair and lay these edges and see y'all.
Oh, me? Oh.